So ever since I was a little girl, I had always been bonding with my grandmother by picking flowers and pressing them in old books. When she passed away, it was a hard thing for me to deal with, and so I continued that tradition on in myself by going through a bunch of old books I found in her house afterwards, and I got to relive those memories and how much happiness it brought both of us. So I didn't originally start in Kingston, Ontario. I'm from Toronto. Whenever I'd come up to Kingston to visit my grandparents, my grandmother and I would bond by picking flowers together. It was always such a sad experience at first because we wanted to keep them and we couldn't figure out a way to do that. And so her and I ended up going to an old library that was selling off old books, and we would press flowers together as a little tradition every time I would come up into the city. To keep my grandmother's memory alive, I decided to continue our tradition of flower pressing and then turn it into something even more spectacular. Once I learned about what epoxy resin was, I found a way to keep beautiful flowers alive forever in encapsulated form. So not only was I learning how to press these flowers and keep them in frames, but I had also learned how to put them into a new material, which is resin. From there, I learned a new skill set that combined both my old hobbies with my grandmother and a new form of art in today's world, which has turned into what Art by Holly Ryan is now, which is floral preservation and memorial keepsakes. The beautiful part about flower pressing is that you can do so much with it and create such beautiful artwork, but I wanted a way to keep them into a 3D version of themselves, so that way they weren't changing their shape or form, they were staying exactly how they were from start to finish. So I took the skills that my grandmother taught me as a child when pressing, took those into drying them, later on into making resin art. When I first started out my business, my biggest support was the other women around this city that told me never to give up on my dreams and to continue trying every day, even if it meant failure first. Whenever doing that, it really inspired me because not only am I the first entrepreneur in my family, but I'm the first woman in my family as well to try running a business. Doing that can be nerve-wracking and difficult some days, but I've had nothing but everlasting support from the rest of the community, both women and across all genders. My biggest inspiration for my business has been my grandmother. She was the one that taught me how to do all of this, and I wouldn't have this skill set if it wasn't for her inspiring me as a child to pursue my dream of something in the arts that also had to do with the beautiful flowers I work with every day. The biggest struggle so far of Art by Holly Ryan has been dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Obviously, this set back not only businesses, but people's lives in general and income as well. When previously working with flowers, I found it fun to play around with different ideas, to learn my artistic technique, and to really put myself out there regardless of what could have happened. But because of the pandemic, that also meant that a lot of people weren't looking to buy random pieces of art for their home. Something I really had to utilize here was finding both a combination of what my skill set is, what I can offer to other people, and what other people are looking to do with their flowers. Whether it be a memorial or a wedding, people are constantly looking for a way to keep these everlasting memories encapsulated where time can't touch them. The way I stay motivated is by surrounding myself around people that not only love me, but love to see what I do. They are continually pushing me to thrive, to challenge myself, to never give up, and that has been my biggest accomplishment so far, is being able to withhold these special relationships that not only want to see me do well, but my business do well. My partner, my friends, the other business entrepreneurs that I'm surrounded by all contribute to my success. A huge inspiration and supporter of Art by Holly Ryan has been the City of Kingston Chamber of Commerce. Karen Cross specifically has done nothing but continue to motivate me, support me, and bring me into the world of entrepreneurship. She's always including me in different things, and the Chamber has just done nothing but support Art by Holly Ryan from day one, connecting us to other businesses, clients, and the world of business. Being nominated for Young Entrepreneur Award in Kingston, Ontario is a huge accomplishment and an honor. Not only am I the first entrepreneur in my family to start a business, but to be recognized for that amongst my community is something that I can't even begin to describe. It touches my heart to know that the City of Kingston and Chamber of Commerce host these awards night to bring special recognition to a number of categories of businesses around the city. Specifically, the Young Entrepreneur Award showed me that despite all of my failures, despite all of the adversity, despite everything that has happened in the world, you too can still succeed if you push and you try hard enough. The future of Art by Holly Ryan is continually growing, not only by our product line, but exactly by what we offer. Right now, we're diving into the world of memorial keepsakes, which includes different types of pet and human memorials, where we encapsulate a person's life to be forever remembered and untouched by time.